Asari Dokubo spits fire, says Igbos are not prepared for war, so attackers must desist from this action. Asari Dokubo is back and back so strong. Well, it's a good thing that is now speaking for the Igbos. It's a good thing anyway. The Igbos on their own side are saying you are welcome. But then, are you not still surprised as well that Asari Dokubo, this this same man that has been against the Igbos from the beginning, that has been against the Biafrans from the beginning, all of a sudden started supporting them. First of all, gave himself a leader of a Biafran group and said he is a Biafran and is ready to join in the struggle for the pursuit of Biafran freedom. Okay, it's a good thing anyway. Nobody is against what he has just done. Now, in this very broadcast, Asari Dokubo decide to come up strong this time, at least speaking in support of the Igbos. Speaking in support of the Igbos, challenging those that have been troubling the Igbo land, telling them to desist because the Igbos are not prepared for any war. So he is throwing a threat to those attackers, saying that if they don't desist, that they will hear from him. Well, it can be possible because, Asari Dokubo is one time a warlord. You remember that. So he can decide to take action on whatever he decides to do. All right, without wasting much of your time, let's quickly look at what he actually meant by those statements of his. The leader of the Biafran de facto customary government, Alhaji Mujahid Asari Dokubo, has warned those behind recent attacks in Igbo land to desist from their actions. Dokubo, in a statement by head of information and communication of the group, Uchemefo, said the spate of violence, killings, and destruction of property in the zone could degenerate into a war, which Indigo was not prepared for. He said those fanning the embers of war in the zone were doing so with interior motives and bad intention. He also restated the group's resolve to actualize Biafran without violence. The Biafran de facto customary government condemns in no certain term the unprepared war and violence being unleashed and imposed on Biafra land and her people by some vested interest with obvious sinister. We condemn in its entirety the associated wanton destruction of properties and systematic elimination of lives of Biafran youth in different parts of Biafra land. We reassert that our struggle for the restoration of Biafra is anchored on non-violence. We are not prepared for war. We are not at war with the Nigerian state, and until we meet and agree on a collective but not unilaterally policy change in that direction, that position remains same and unaltered. A situation where our gallant young men who we know of their genuine and unquestionable commitment to the Biafran struggle are unnecessarily being wasted is unacceptable. Whatever is putting these youth on arms, we must be discouraged. Henceforth, we will treat that we do not in the circumstance endorse the destruction or burning of police stations and other infrastructure or the killing of our fellow Biafrans in uniform, public officials, and our elders. Thank you for listening to this news. It's a very nice one. It's a very nice comment. It's a welcomed one. But you won't believe that even to this very moment, I am still very, very, suspicious of Asari Dokubo, because Asari Dokubo is a two-faced person. You understand? It's a two-faced person. Even if it's now showing concern for Biafra now, all of a sudden, I'm still very, very suspicious of him. You see, someone like Mazen Namdekanu is what the Biafrans want. Someone that still remain with the people despite the challenges, despite the many threats. Can Asari Dokubo go through what Nnamdi Kanu went through? The temptations. What about the temptations? He went through many temptations, financial temptations, death temptations, many temptations, trials, and what have you. Yet, he still remains strong and unshaken. He still remains strong and unshaken. So you see that. So all these things are what we on our own should consider before we start, believing in someone like Asari Dokubo. Though he has spoken well this time, challenging those attacking the southeast is a good one. Very welcome. Okay, that is to those people, for those people to know that we know what is happening. You understand now? And that's it, just that. All right. So, my dear viewers, let me hear from you and know what your take concerning this very news may be. If you are new, don't forget to leave your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.